Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you for subscribing and thank you for watching and following since 2021. So to recap, this video was my debut for Luis Dyno testing. It clocked for 84 horsepower, and then followed by a series of the restoration project tuned by Foster, and some off cameras where I did some complete stainless steel piping, which resulted in a good performance of the car, where it's now clocking about 316,000 kilometers and still rides well, where I can easily achieve about 170 kilometers top speed and with good acceleration. But the car went to a stop when this happened. Yeah, the car met an accident where the rim was torn, but no worries, we are here to rejuvenate the car and I'm going to share the story with you. After being on spare tire for more than 3 months, so the car now received a similar rim CE28 15-inch 7J as a new shoe, and then the car has been fitted with the battery and was brought to a nearby shop to do wheel alignment, and where I discovered there was a damage in the arm. So after the car has changed its shoes, it's now for the oil change. The engine bay is a bit filthy, so the car has not been properly run for quite some time actually, so that's why proposing to do like an engine flush so it could run, and then drain oil and do a lot of things to ensure the car is smoothly run again back to its original core. The engine flush balik only requires the car to be start and left idle for 15 minutes, and then later you can drain the oil. This allows the circulation of the engine flush, where it can remove bad impurities and sludge around the engine, especially at the glove cover. So it really helps, and afterwards you can see some of the results and the color of the engine oil in the change. Okay, so we need to remove this cover and this cover that says to the drainage plug for both oil and as well as the gearbox. So underneath the car, as you can see, there's a lot of sludge, quite filthy at the gearbox. This is the gearbox, so we're going to drain the plug later. as well as the engine. But actually the main cause of this sludge is because of the oil filter. There's the oil filter as well as the power steering switch, as you can see at the back over there. So we're going to change that as well. So it's a bit difficult to access at the moment because we need to open this cover, and yeah, we're going to drain the plug. Drain the oil, open the plug and drain the oil, and after this we're going to do like a thorough cleanup using the brake cleaner to ensure that we wouldn't see any leakage or anything whatsoever afterwards. Okay, after opening the cover, so you can see that the oil filter is very dirty and filled with oil. So I believe there's a leakage, and as you can see there, that's the small plug here. That's the power steering switch, where we're going to change that as well. It has been leaking for quite some time, so apparently the part is very cheap. So, and when looking at other videos, it looks like it's quite simple to open. So we're going to give it a try, so we won't be losing any more of the power steering fluid afterwards. And I hope that this will actually resolve all the leaking issues in the car. I think that's all for the leaking issues that was identified. Okay, just to share that after jacking the car, I just realized that actually it uses a different type of locking mechanism compared to the Honda, which is it's a 8mm squarish type of ratchet screw, similar to the gearbox there. So unfortunately we don't have that around, so I asked my brother-in-law, we scouted for it, and we came out with this. He came out with this actually. He grinded the 9mm socket with an extension, so finally it fitted the hole. So finally we can do the draining of the oil progressively here. So let's do it. Let's continue with this. Actually, this journey took about 1 hour just to find the solution for this drainage. Like being a Savvy is always unique in the sense that everything is different compared to regular cars. So it's similar. I think this is similar to European car. This is because the engine is from France, and it's a Renault base. So I believe that it imitates the home country technology and such. So without further ado, let's do the draining. Here goes nothing. Look at that dirty oil. I don't know how long. I think the last oil change is in March, I think. So that's why. But this is MOS2, that's why the color composite is still black. But really hope it fits, because it's supposed to be 4 liters of oil. But looking at it, it looks quite a lot. No, it's not. Correctly estimated. But unfortunately the drain plug is inside here. Oh no, so I need to discard it. So let it drain for a while, I think. Yeah. So let it go and let it drip before I can transfer it. Yeah, it's quite thick, as you can see. Because the engine has not been regularly run, that's why. Has been drained. Okay, it's supposed to be empty, and let's see the result. Wow, look at that. it's dirty. Well, you need to regularly change oil. I don't know. I think because due to condensation and the car being idle and not being started for quite some time, so it resulted in this. So never mind. That's why we are doing the oil change. Okay, so we need to scrub it off a bit before I can clean the surface with a brake cleaner, because it's quite dirty down here. So let's see. Okay, as you can see there. Oh, there's a lot of residues and dirt. Well, but no severe leaking. Okay, that's good. Fortunately, I don't have a new washer. So gonna plan for that one next. My next oil change. So for the time being, just to make sure the car is rejuvenated for daily use, still can use the seat park, but advisable to change the as well. So there's no torque. The torque spec is about 10 Newton meters. So, but I don't have a big torque screw, so I'll just use as tight as possible. Okay. See. Okay, so done with that. And next is the oil filter. It's a bit down there, but since my oil fan is a bit full, never mind. Let me do some cleanup first. Okay, so I think this is a bit better than just now. At least doesn't look bad. So yeah, and there's no drain. The drain plug has been stopped, so I'm gonna proceed with the removal of the oil filter. It was challenging to remove this oil filter where it was stuck, and it's difficult to remove. So it took a long journey, about half an hour, just to twist the oil filter housing for its removal. At this time, I couldn't do it on my own, so I did ask for my brother-in-law to help to twist the housing until it can be released further. So really difficult, as it has been quite a while. So here's my brother-in-law helping me just to twist the oil filter. So it's quite long, but luckily we managed to remove it. Or not, it will be ineffective service where you are unable to remove the oil filter. So yeah, so we managed to do it, luckily.
say the design of this car is surprisingly, not surprisingly, it's astonishingly difficult with limited space. And look at it, it's dirty, man. No wonder down here is dirty. So I don't know how long it took. With some help and assistance, finally it's out. So let it drip first, and then we're looking at this. Is there any sparkling that need to be worried of? There's some, like, there's a lot of sludge. I'm scared there's metal shaving or anything inside the engine, because it doesn't look like it has. It's all normal oil residue. Looking at here, it's very thick. It means that it's very dirty. Oh well, this is what happens when you don't run in your engine regularly, despite the mileage. Just to be honest, I think the mileage with this oil, when I changed in March, it's about I think I only used about 2,000 kilometers before I stopped using it, because that time my compressor had a problem, so I stopped using it. And then the car had an accident where the rim was damaged, so the car has been stationary for an additional 4 months after that. So I think almost a year, about 7 months the car has been stationary. So that's why, looking at this, even though it hasn't reached its interval, but that's the reason why it always indicated 6 months or 5,000 kilometers for semi-synthetic oil. So there's a reason for it, because the viscosity of the oil will change, and also the particles, I mean the molecules will actually, there'll be a molecule background where the heat disbursement, where 10W40 is supposed to be good for semi-synthetic, so it doesn't actually withstand good condition, especially for starting or maybe for driving. So just be wary about this, despite having a very low mileage, less interval car, oil change or something. But just be wary about, just change the oil. It won't cause an expensive, rather than you cause a bomb where the car jam or could not be used anymore and requires an overhaul, maybe a major build up due to rod knocking, or maybe the cylinder heads or the cylinder wall has been scratched due to uneven oil change. So lesson learned. Luckily I took these proactive steps. Well, look at the oil, something that needs to think about it. Okay, now let's proceed with the gear oil. Damn, there's a lot of oil everywhere. It's a pool of oil. Damn it. Oh, it leaks. Stop dripping, man. Stop dripping. I say stop dripping. Don't drip anymore. And then screw it in. So hand tighten and just tighten a bit. Okay. Well, the installation is way easier. Okay. Hope that suffices. As you can see, it's already clean. the power stand switch, but the root cause is here instead of here. I bought this switch, but this is the connector. I think there's an O-ring here need to be replaced, so I need my mechanic to confirm on that. So this one has been tightened, hand tightened, and as well as a bit more on the mechanical. So now before filling in the engine oil, I can drain the gearbox oil. Well, there you have it. Still failed miserably. So now to the shop we go. That's for today. So Proton Savvy uses a semi-synthetic oil. I've been using the 10W14 since I did the major work of the engine back in 2018. So this is something that I will be using still. Okay, so let's fill it in with the right engine oil. So I used to use 10W30, but due to the age now it's already 300,000 kilometers, I'll be using a bit thicker oil because just to ensure that it'll be good, can stay a bit longer. So the engine uses approximately about 4 liters, so which is one bottle of liquid moly 10W40 semi-synthetic. For a small engine 1149cc, it uses quite a big large of engine oil, as well as a gearbox oil is 4 liters. So yeah, this is surprising product technology. I think the Westerns did a really good job in this engineering. So, and also just to share that this is not a normal manual gearbox. They call it in the manual course as a sequential gearbox for the Renault Clio. So this is actually a Renault Clio base, Twingo Clio base D4F 720. That's why the technology from Renault has been so-called CKD, completely knocked down to Malaysian context, which Proton absorbs the overall technology when they did as a replacement for the small Citroen, the Tiara. Yeah, it's from Citroen base. So as a precaution, normally that it goes down and then check the oil, the plastic oil, so you won't be filling over. See, it's a big difference. It's a bit black to grayish because it's the MOS2 additive. Comes with the MOS2 Lashlov engine oil, so it's about half. So you need 2. So we are right on track. So we just fill in about 2 liters. So we need the remaining 2. But not to overfill, just to check a bit more. So recommended for Proton Savvy to use liquid moly. Rest assured this is not sponsored or anything, but proven. It's proven. It really shows significant difference. That's why for a small car that normally people neglect, Proton Savvy is not really in the favor of the people. It has been infamously known as of its infamous AMT gearbox, as well as the prone to breakdown. So people not favoring the Savvy, but rest assured, if you do it right, okay, that's nice. Okay, so you do it right, then the car is actually fun to drive. So like what I did here. Yeah, I think that's all for the engine oil. So before we start, I'd like to do some cleaning of the engine bay since it's a bit filthy and dusty. So let's clean it up. Okay, so looks a bit better, I hope, compared to it was before. So let's give it a start. Let's hear it roar. Okay, so let's check the oil fluid. Whoop, it's jumping. So that should be okay. Okay, so it's not as thick as before. Before it was so thick. So yeah, that's all for now. Okay, job completed. Partially completed. So wait for this next round on the gear change, gear oil change. Alright, okay everyone, this is the front gear oil for Proton Savvy, which is the SAE 75 ELF. So this is the viscosity 75W80. So it's the correct oil for the Proton Savvy gearbox, not the AMT but the gearbox. So if you really need to change your oil, get the right oil for this, which is the SAE 75. I'm going to the shop just to change my gear oil, because I tried to open it but it was not successful. So now I'm going to go to the shop and asking their help to change the gear oil. So make sure the right gear oil, and I have it. I bought it. Luckily I could find it in Shopee for a reasonable price. So let's get it to it. We are here at CMK Tire. This is one of my trusted mechanics where I send off all our cars here. So we're going to do the change, oil change by the help of the mechanic.
Iya betul.
That's a 2-year-old gear oil. So dirty. Wow, so dirty. A dirty 2-year-old oil. Really need to change.
It's a bit glittery, a bit worry for me. Because the gear change is not really smooth lately. Hope not, it's not severe damage inside. That's the socket to pull it in. Yeah. So that will be the filler cap just removed. So this will be the place where you put it in. So the gearbox oil consumes about 3.4 liters of the 75W80, where it's about three bottles and one half bottle, 3.5 bottles, where the color, as you can see, is yellowish. So it's quite a lot for a small gearbox. Surprisingly, it's quite a lot. So the filling process is in with the help of the machine, self-modified machine by the mechanic, and the gear is coming in properly. Some tips of the different types of oil for Savvy. Sharing some fact, this is actually a sequential gearbox in the run-up manual for the AMT version. This only uses 0.6 liter of fluid of D3 Syn runner oil, 0.6 liter, whereas the gearbox is about 3 liter of oil. So still feeding, is only 3 bottles in, but yeah, you can see here, but still it doesn't go out, meaning that it still needs a lot of oil, because as the manual is 3.7 liters of gear oil is needed for the gearbox. So this differentiate, this is the D3 Syn runner oil for the sequential module AMT, and for the gear oil you need to use this 75W80 or maybe other viscosity that is similar to 75W80. Okay, completed the gearbox oil change, so I think that will conclude the episode of changing, rejuvenating the car. But let's see how it does first, because as you can see that just now it's a bit dirty, the gear oil. So let's see how the gear change will look like afterwards. After the gear oil change, it feels a bit better. Can feel the improvements, the smoothness in terms of the gear change. So it really proves that it's really important to change your gear oil not once a while but regularly. So because the original color was yellow, and currently when we discharge it from the plug, notice it's like purplish black, which is after 2 years oxidation and a lot of molecule breakdown perhaps that happened, so that's why the color changed. So it's very important to change the oil regularly and always monitor it. So let's hope that the car can go more than 300,000.